Hi guys, coming to you from Manila, Philippines. We're doing a diecast premium review today. The reason I specify where I'm at because I want you guys to realize that we're living in a very hot and humid climate, and I wanted to go over like some diecast condition that this weather may affect the condition of your diecast. So I always pre-open cars before I do the unboxing, just to have it where it's more convenient to open. Unless they're on like regular cardboard blister packs, then those all open, usually during the video. But the clamshell packages I usually pre-open before the video. So it's just easier to take them out, and I'm not wasting time and fumbling around trying to find things. So I like to do it a little organized, or as well organized as I can. So anyways, I have had this Autoworld Challenger for a while, and actually I didn't think I would have any problems with this one because it actually came from the States and maybe was here for 1 year and that's it, and then I acquired it. So it didn't see like hot humid conditions that much, if any. I mean, I can't say the person that previously owned it had it stored in hot and humid conditions, but I can almost guess that they did. So I was looking at it through the clamshell, and this side looks pretty good. So I cut her open to get it ready. So we'll unbox this one first. And this came out in, let me see here. I don't see the year, but I think it was like 2015. Yeah, 2014. So not that old. And anyways, there it is in the acrylic case. The acrylic case comes off, and they put this nice little PVC plastic thing around the car to hold it in place inside the case instead of screwing it down. But when I took the car out, this is where I noticed some problems. And I've already tried to work on it a little bit to try to get this paint rash off the car, but it didn't work too well. Plus, the stuff that I'm using, and I'll show this to you, is Tamiya polish compound. Now, it's going to kind of be hard to see in the video, but there's a lot of paint rash on the door. I'm trying to get it in the light so you can see it, but paint rash on top of the fender, and there was even a little bit on the roof and the deck lid. The roof, I got most of it off, but the fender, the door, and there you can see the fender pretty good in this shot. And then you can see the door, the top half of the door above the stripe, and it's even under the stripe. As you can see, half the stripe and the quarter panel's gone. This is where I was trying to use my Tamiya polish compound to get the paint rash off, but it's just too far gone to not hurt the stripe, and the paint rash is even under the stripe. So unfortunate, this car is not that great, the condition. So I have come to the conclusion that if your cars are stored in hot, humid climate and they're in a PVC clamshell type package where the packaging is against the paint, it seems to have a bad reaction. Because as you can see, the part that was not facing the PVC actually is not bad. Look at the paint, it's nice, no rashing on the top of the door, a quarter. Little bit above the arch of the rear quarter stripe right before the wheel opening, but nothing bad. Livable, because I've seen cars like this in the States with little spots of paint rash, and sometimes you can even get it off with wax. It's not that big of a deal, but this is a big deal. That's really trashed in my opinion. So this one I will probably be making into a junkyard car or restoration car to put over here in the body shop parking lot. So that's where this guy will be going. And yeah, I'll update you guys in the future whenever I start working on that. I'll probably just take the shine off the paint with a Scotch Brite and then do a little bit of weathering on it, but don't go to such a huge extreme. It's just unfortunate. I wish it would have been like a CUDA or maybe one of the 73 satellites, because I already have a couple of Challengers from Green Light that are in the pre-restoration condition, like the one you see sticking out of the garage over here. That's the NCIS one from the box set. I also had the Supernatural one, so I really didn't need another 70 Challenger resto. But hey, it is what it is. It happens. But I just wanted to point that out to you guys to try to keep your cars out of these hot, humid conditions, especially if they're in the blister packs. And if you think that just because you live in a changing climate area, if it's just summer, 3 months, not going to do it, it will eventually harm the paint. So it's not good to have any type of plastic touching the car. This is the stuff I was telling you about. To me, a polishing compound, the fine stuff, really good stuff to get like minor paint rash off your car. Works very well. So I use this, and then I use any type of usually Carnauba wax to do the final thing. I never did this in the States. I just got acquainted with this now after living here for a few years because of these issues. So let's proceed with the unboxing. So this is an old one too. This is probably 2010. It's the Series 1 Auto Projects Dodge Daytona. Once again, I cut the back already to get it out. Yeah, as you can see, the copyright, I don't know if that'll focus in, but 2010. So it was like a 2011 release, something like that. This is a cool car. I already have the Joe Dirt from Green Light, which you can see right there in the background along the building sides. So this one I think is actually done nicer. This has a lot more weathered detailing to it. Looks really cool. And then here's the other side. It has just a little bit of remnants of blue paint on the one fender. So I guess that's why they were saying this car was blue on the back of the package. Let me grab that package again, because I know it states colors on here, because I got the Chrysler 300, which is behind my garage, and they say it was white, but there's hardly any leftover white paint on the car. And then the Daytona, they say it's green. So honestly, I don't see it. I don't see any green. Maybe the nose used to be green or something. Yeah, so if you guys see any green, let me know. I just don't see it. I see a little blue on the fender, and that is about it. So yeah, this is a really cool piece. So I'll take it off the base later, and in future videos you'll probably see it hanging out around here near the body shop area. So then the next one, this Johnny Lightning car I got in the mail over the weekend, and this has the most trashed card I've ever seen in my life. And this is actually brand new release. It just came out in 2018 or 2019. Look at the condition of this package. It is trashed. The buyer or the seller told me that it was pretty shot, so I can't say anything bad about them. They made me aware of the situation, so yeah, it's totally trashed. I don't know what in the hell happened to this thing. It came from like a wholesaler here in the Philippines. I'm sure that this was like a case coming from China that got ran over by the tow motor or forklift, whatever you want to call it. Something like that, because they have two more cars from this case. Actually, the spoiler 76 Mustang, and then the boogie van, the 70s Chevy van, and the cards were totally annihilated on them too. But this is the only one I was interested in. I got it for $5, so it's not too bad. I mean, I know retail isn't much more than that. I think it's like $6 at Walmart. But as I said, since I'm residing in the Philippines right now, I don't have Walmart at my disposal like I used to. So kinda can't be too picky with stuff. But the car itself is mint. There was a little chip on the door right there, which I touched up with a fine red Sharpie. I don't have any like magenta type of paint, so maybe one day I'll be able to get a more accurate paint color. But what I dig about this one, it's got the mod top. It's a little more psychedelic than probably most of the original mod tops, but this is to symbolize that, what they used to really use in the 70s. I'm still looking for that green light Daytona with the mod top, which I think is totally badass. I like that car a lot. So then our last one here. It's the Autoworld 58 Fury, and this is an older release, and what I really like about this car is it was the one that was used on the assembly line in the Christine movie. So if you ever watch the opening credits to the movie, when she was going down the assembly line, all the cars in front of her were in this color. So that's one reason I acquired this. But most of the time I would pick up any 58 Plymouth Fury. That's one of my favorite 50s cars, besides like a 57 Chevy and 55 Chevy, and even a 56. I like all the Tri-5 Chevys, but this one is probably by far my favorite 50s car, though, the 58 Plymouth Fury Belvedere, just because of the Christine movie. It's what made me really fall in love with this car. So very nicely detailed, and I don't see any paint rash on this, except there's a little bit above the wheel right there, but I think I got that off with the Tamiya compound. As I said, I always pre-open these right before I shoot the video, just to see if there's going to be any issues with like opening the package or something like that. That way I can take care of it and not waste time during the video. I find that to be beneficial. So there are our 4 cars that we open for today. Series 1 Auto Projects Dodge Daytona, 2018 release Zingers 71 Challenger, Autoworld 58 Plymouth Fury, and then unfortunately the trashed Hemmings Magazine 70 Challenger RT, which will become a junkyard car or a body shop candidate here pretty soon. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. On Wednesday, I'll be doing a chase car unboxing with some premium cars too. The regular versions and the chase versions. And this Wednesday will be Fords, believe it or not. I'm going to go with Fords other than Mopar, and then on this past Saturday we did some Chevys with the trucks, the square bodies. So this Wednesday will be dedicated to Ford chase vehicles and a couple of premium vehicles as an added bonus. So thanks for watching. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of these upcoming videos. As usual, thank you very much, and I will see you guys on Wednesday.